So this morning, we're just hanging out outside, having coffee with my chicken cup. Life is better with chickens, I'm just saying. And sitting here contemplating life sometimes, but not today. Today, I'm contemplating my turkeys. So, my husband and I have not figured out how to weigh said turkeys. I know, we have a scale for the rabbits. My husband has a, what do you call them? Fish scales, you know, where you say hi to my chicken, and there's the quack pack. Say hello, quack pack. One of those fishing things, you know, where you weigh the fish, put it in their mouth, and you hang them. We don't feel that any of those are going to be effective. So, my question to anybody who's out there watching: do you want a goat? Look at this goat. He's trying to get the coffee. He has an addiction. I can't leave my coffee cup anywhere. But anyways, so do they look big enough? Because a friend of ours just spilled the coffee on my boob trying to get it away from the goat. Listen, Aries, I'm trying to make a video here. Stop it. Because I think they're big enough. And in about 2 weeks, a friend of ours wants us to help him process his meat chickens. So we're going to be processing, well, I don't know how many he has actually, 25, 50, fuck, I don't remember. So, I mean, why not? We already got the chicken plucker fucker going and everything else, so why not? So my question is, do you think they're big enough? Also, I read somewhere that, oh, look, if you look at their feathers, and they have brownish on the tip, they're girls, and blackish on the tip, they're boys. Well, both of those are brown. So that means I got 2 Jennies, or hens, I think it's Jennies until they're like a year old or some shit, and then it's hens. But anyway, I don't know. That was just my thought on that. I don't know where I was going with that. A little bit of ADHD kicking in this morning. Not enough coffee because the goat's trying to drink it. The garden's pretty much, oh, those are everybody knows what those are. My garden's pretty much done. We're getting quite a bit of cherry tomatoes and tomatoes out of there, so I let those go, but I pretty much killed everything else. Oh, except Victoria's strawberry plant, which is right there. I'm not going to kill that. Let her have it. If you watch close enough, these 2 fuckfaces will start running around the yard. Okay, let me rephrase that. Duchess will start chasing Aries. Aries will not run. He does not like playing with Duchess, and Duchess is unaware of this. We did have a little bit of... Aries, come here. Come here. Come see Mama. Come here. We did have a little bit of a goat emergency, which apparently wasn't a goat emergency. Oh, he's just so cute. Over the weekend. So I'm sitting there watching. I was watching the new Jurassic Park. Please tell me it's the exact same Jurassic Park as before with different characters, right? Anyway. And I went to pet Aries, and about once a month. There they go. Oh, they're so funny. Look, he is totally not into her. Okay, Duchess, stop. So anyways, I had just trimmed his hooves. Yeah, I gotta clean the backyard. Okay, stop. So I was cleaning his, look at his head. Okay, so there you go. Because who knows if I'll get that close again. So I was taking his, doing his hooves like I do like once a month. And I touched his horn because the vet had told me if it starts growing back into his head, then I need to watch it. Well, come to find out it wasn't a horn, it was a scur. Learn something new every day. And so when I touched his head, he was bleeding. So when I freak out, then of course I call Crystal, and I'm like, oh my god, it's bleeding, which it wasn't bleeding that bad, but still, a goat's bleeding and I don't know why. So she tells me, do what you do for a dog's nails, pack it for a cornstarch, and bring him over. Alright, fine. So I take him over to Crystal's house, and the only thing that keeps going through my head is something that her husband Rob had told me, and that is that their horns don't come from their skull, they just come from, like, I don't know, top of the head. Not exactly anatomy of a, head, but whatever. And So I'm like, okay. So then he tells me, you know, the only way to fix this is to recauterize the blood vessels so that it doesn't grow again. Because a skir is hollow. It's not a real horn. It looks like a horn, and it's real hard, but it's actually hollow. Because when they debudded him the first time, they did most of it right, but they just didn't do like the outside of the head, you know, the outside of it. So that's why it grew looked like a horn. Duh. And so that requires him to use the, you know, hot iron and do this thing again. Now, I have watched these videos on YouTube, and I don't like them. This is why I wanted goats without horns. I got Aries at 9 days old, and they'd already done it. Clearly not correctly, because I didn't do it good enough, but whatever. So he takes the little knob that's the little horn, skir, whatever, and flicks it off his head. Like, literally just goes, bloop, and it falls right off. And I'm like, okay, I'm freaking out. The goat's like, whatever. So it didn't hurt him. But he's like, okay, Christy, I got to use the cautery. You know, he's got to get that tool out. And if you watch these videos on YouTube, the goats scream. Like, goats are dramatic. So, like, they get a little hurt and they're like, ah! But they scream. And that upsets me very much. So I am assuming that my goat is going to scream and I'm going to cry and it's going to be a bad thing. Do you know that little fucker didn't make a noise? Must not have hurt that bad. So he did what he had to do, and he recauterized it so that hopefully it doesn't grow back. And then they also have a 4-week-old baby wether. Well, he will be a wether. He's a billy right now. So they went ahead and did his, and he didn't. And now he has never had it done, and he didn't scream either. So my question is, where are these goats that I watched on YouTube? Because they were screaming like a little bitch. Because my goat and that goat didn't scream at all. Now, I'll let you know in a couple of months whether Moonshines, which is their goats, actually took. So if Rob did it right. Haha, Rob. And if Aries is done right. I assume it is. Looks like crap, but it is what it is. So for anybody who watches this besides my friends and you have that happen, just know that it doesn't necessarily hurt them, the skir anyway, if it does that. And then you could just, if you look at it, I should have kept it, but I didn't. It's hollow, so it's kind of like, you know, just a nail that maybe got into the quick of your nail too much, and, you know, you rip it off like that. So it hurts for, you know, 2.2 seconds, and that's it. Well, apparently my little baby is way better than him mommy, because, yeah, I'd have screamed like a little bitch if it was me. So, FYI, that's my goat video and my turkey video for today. It's supposed to be short. I guess 7-8 minutes isn't all that short. And thank you guys for hanging out listening to me on this wonderful halfway quiet morning here at home, which is stranger than usual because usually there's semis going by and everything else. So I hope everybody has a wonderful day. I want to give a big shout out to my Missouri family that I know, or at least better be, watching this all the time. Hi guys, I love you, I miss you, and we'll see you all soon. Remember, like, subscribe, and share.